Elizabeth Holmes, the convicted fraudster and former CEO of blood testing startup Theranos, often surprised people with her unusually deep voice.
Sure. Yeah. Over the last 11 years, we've reinvented the traditional laboratory infrastructure. Well, it's wonderful to be here. I started this company because
Those who knew her in college, such as Stanford professor Phyllis Gardner, claimed that Elizabeth Holmes did not have the deep voice back then.
And what about the deep voice? Did she have the deep voice when you were dealing with her?
No, I was shocked when I heard her voice because I'd met her before. That is a voice you don't forget in a woman. Oh, hello.
So what did her real voice sound like? There are old interviews floating around on the web in which she sounded quite different.
It turned out he had a nub on his elbow, and we talked to our lab team, and they said, okay, you can do the draw. And so they did this, what would have been a finger stick on this little nub on his arm. And
Sure. Yeah. Over the last 11 years, we've reinvented the traditional laboratory infrastructure.
In a 2023 interview with the New York Times, shortly before she was due to begin an 11-year sentence for fraud, Elizabeth Holmes finally admitted that the voice was fake. The former Silicon Valley CEO said she had faked her voice in order to be taken more seriously and to not be seen as a little girl.